Hey buddy, Sam back once again. I am testing a new microphone, but today we're looking at this. This is an unboxing and a quick first look at the Microsoft Lumia 950 Special Edition. So, let's see what we get inside this bad boy. As you can see, it's got Microsoft on the front of it. The box itself has got nothing else on there. It is just completely blank all the way around it. So, let's load. So, on the front of it, I don't know if you can kind of see just about here. It's this one here. You actually get the whole pack with regards to using Continuum, which I'll explain that in a future video for you if you're not too sure what that is. But that is what you're going to get. So it's a big old box, and I'm in a limited bit of space right now. But anyway, that is what it will look like when you set it all up. But we want to see what we get inside this bad boy first of all, don't we? So first of all, you're going to be getting your Lumia 950, which is just here. And it feels really, really light. It feels like there's no battery inside it. I will have to check that. For now, we're going to stick it off to the side. So that can just go off there. We've got your kind of your books and stuff like that. So your Microsoft Product Safety Guide. The stuff we never really know, so let's chuck that off to the side as well. We're never going to use that. We then got this, which I think they call it the Microsoft Arc mouse. And it's actually pretty damn cool. It's a really cool looking mouse, and you can actually make it go flat. So if you want to stick it in like a bag or something like that, and then obviously arc it to use it as like a mouse. As you see that there. That's pretty cool. So we'll stick that off to the side as well really quickly. We've then got this, which is the Continuum dock. So this, we'll take some stuff off it as well, why not? So this one is effectively going to convert your Lumia 950 or Lumia 950 XL into a full-blown computer, quote-unquote full-blown computer. It's not really a computer as such, but you can do a lot of desktop things or in a desktop environment. I think that's probably the key word there. It's a desktop environment. And I must say, that is built like a little tank. So that is a great build quality in that. It sounds weird, but yeah, the Continuum dock feels awesome. But it's not really a dock, is it? I think of a dock as like docking. So yeah. Anyway, let's stick that off to the side as well. We've then got this. And I must say, this is pretty damn cool. Thinking, what's that? This, my friends, is a keyboard. Voila. How cool is that? It's almost too big to fit on the blooming screen. So you close it up, and obviously it just closes off. You can charge it there via I think it's the micro USB. When you open it up, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it turns on straight away. So you set a little LED light there. That turns on straight away. So once again, we'll stick that off to the side as well. What else do we get inside here? So it looks like we get some kind of cable. So let's see what this cable is. I'm going to guess it's some kind of cable to charge that little keyboard, and it is. It's a micro USB for charging the actual device up. So we'll stick that one back in there. Probably won't need to use that. I'll just use one of my current cables. Now this is the kind of packaging, this kind of setup I think that every 950 should come with. If you are buying a 950, you're probably not going to get it in this kind of kit. It probably will look a little different. So we also get your little box here. And this has got your charger, which is your micro USB charger. It's actually not a micro USB, Sam. It's a micro USB type. Is it USB Type C 3.1? I think it's called. USB Type C. So that's just that one there. So yeah, pretty damn cool. So yeah, this charges via micro USB, but the phone itself uses USB Type C. That's what it's called, USB Type C, with a good old little. Pull it up. Don't want to work. Wow, there we go. So if you get it and you're thinking, I can't fit it, you know why. Boom. Stick that on there really quickly. We then get I think that's the Type C connector again, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's another Type C to a USB, obviously blue USB 3. So that's to connect it up to a computer, whatever it might want to be. You can connect it to anything you would like. Stick that there as well. We then get the user guide. So I think this is in French to start with. I think it's English as well. Oh, it just tells you what languages you will get it in. So you get it in English. I think you're getting Dutch, French, German, Italian, Spanish. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. So if you know what PT and AR are, I don't know. I can't remember off the top of my head. So you get the usual kind of books again. Again, you might not want to use that, but if you want to, then you can do. You're then going to get your little manual for your actual mouse itself. So it just tells you regards to what it is, and again, different languages, etc., etc. But I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory. It's a mouse, isn't it? What else can it be? Nothing else inside that one. So what we'll do is we'll stick that one off to the side as well. Well, we got another box to look at. Well, we've got so many boxes. This one is another charger. And it's another, I think, if I'm not mistaken, yep, another USB Type-C charger. So this is cool because I've actually currently got no USB Type-C chargers at all. So this is going to be pretty cool to have one in the house, then have one somewhere else, while I'm obviously going through the review process of this phone. That's going to be pretty cool. Now I know this one's used for, I think it's used for the actual dock itself. So yeah, this is for the dock and one's for the phone. But you could use two for the phone if you wanted to, if you're not going to use the dock that often. That's pretty much. You also get some Duracell batteries, which is all nice and dandy. I'm trying to think what they're going to be used for. Anyone think what they're going to be used for? Maybe the mouse? They're going to be used for this mouse? Ah, there we go. They're going to be used for the mouse. Get that. Thinking of, figuring things out as we go along. Boom, boom. So, don't go in there, Sam. That goes there. So, let's stick all this crap back in there. Saying crap like it's bad stuff, aren't I? Must say, it's in very nicely packaged, and all the stuff so far feels of pretty damn high quality. So let's see if I can actually fit this back in here, how it came. Stick that into there. That went in there as well. Screw that. Stick that in there, because we're going to take a closer look around the phone, around the mouse, etc. as well. So I'm just going to stick it off to the side. And what we'll do is we'll bring the keyboard in, so we'll put that as a nice little background. Bring the mouse in as well, and the little dock itself, because why not? It's going to look pretty cool. We're looking at the phone. And here is the phone. And yeah, there must be a battery inside. I'll be honest with you, it feels really, really light. Now, this is the first time you're getting hands-on with the actual 950. I held the 950 XL for like 5 minutes, but I've not really played with the new Lumias. So I'm looking forward to playing with this one. I know there's kind of a lot of bad reports out there with regards to them, but hey, I never look at the true judgment of other people. I'd like to know what I think about it, because we've all got different opinions. I may love it, I may absolutely hate it. We will soon find out. A lot of people that were diehard Nokia fans hate the phone, which, yeah, I don't know, it's very Nokia-esque from the past. It does look like an old Nokia kind of design. It's a very old design, so it would have been nice getting some kind of new, fresh, up-to-date one. But it is as it is, I suppose. So we'll stick that little plastic off to the side as well. So here's the front of the phone. We'll take you around it. So we'll just take this little bit of plastic off as well. Got loads of little tape. So on the bottom of it, you've just got there, as you can probably see, your USB Type-C for charging, syncing, etc. Down the right side of it, you have the dedicated camera button, which is nice to see it come back. You then got your power button, and then you've got your volume up and down. On the top of it, it looks like there's nothing there apart from that 3.5mm audio jack. And then down the left side, absolutely nothing. Boom, boom, boom. And the bottom, I think it's the bottom left-hand corner, is it? So, yep, the bottom left-hand corner, you can probably see just about there, is where you can take the back off. So, yes, in an age where everyone else is not doing removable backs, this has got a removable back and a removable battery, extendable storage, etc., etc. So I'm just going to see if I can take this back off there without actually snapping the phone. Oh, that was on there pretty tight. There we go. So obviously you've got your battery. You've got there's where it says where your SIM's going to go. So we'll pull that up. So obviously it takes the battery out. So I'll just put that there as quickly. So the battery inside it is of 2,900 milliamp hours. So it's a fairly large size battery, not the biggest in the world, but it seems pretty good. And from my experience in the past, Windows phones not been that bad on battery life. Never been the best, but it's been pretty decent. So on the bottom of it here, as you can see, you can put a micro SD and a nano SIM card. So if you are just buying this phone, yes, you will need a nano SIM card in there. But you can expand the storage, I believe, by up to 128 gigabytes. Now the camera on it is a 20 megapixel camera, I believe, off the top of my head, with the a tri-LED flash, and it's actually 3 different colours. You kind of just see that there. So you kind of like got an orangey one. It looked greeny on to be fair, looking at it through the camera, and like a more of an ambery one. And then you've got your little speaker there as well. So we'll stick the battery back into the phone. And then on the back of here is where I believe you're going to be getting your NFC and probably your wireless charging, which I believe it does come out of the box as well. Again, I've not been kept up to date massively with the Lumia line of devices, and that's why I've got this for review, to see where they've gone, see whereabouts it is, see if it's got better, see if it's got worse. And yes, it is still a pure view with a Zeiss lens. So it looks alright. I'm not a massive fan of this here. This looks a little cheap, putting the Windows logo on the back of it. And on the front of it, I don't mind it saying Microsoft on there. It looks pretty decent. But you can see just about there, that's where it's got your little microphone there. And I believe it's got another microphone here. and it looks like it's got a microphone there as well. So it does look like it has 3 microphones. I'm going to guess for noise cancellation and stereo mics for when you are doing video recording. So in terms of the front camera, if I'm not mistaken, again, I will put a little annotation here if I'm wrong, but I think it's a 5 megapixel on the front of it. In terms of the internals, it's a Snapdragon 808 with 3 gigabytes of RAM. There is the XL, which has got the 810 with 3 gigabytes of RAM, so not a massive difference between them. What we'll do is we'll boot it on, and while we're booting that one on, we'll leave that to the side there. We'll have a quick look at this mouse, because the mouse, I got to be honest with you, I do like that mouse. That's a pretty damn funky mouse. I actually might want to use this kind of mouse with my iMac. Yeah, it looks pretty nice, doesn't it? And this here obviously just sticks into your laptop, your desktop, whatever it might be. But the cool thing is it's actually magnetized, so you just kind of chuck it on, stick it in your bag, and away you go. I do feel that I could lose that though, so if it kind of knocks off, and then I'm kind of snookered. But yeah, it is as it is. I like the idea, but I think it could have done with like some kind of clasp to keep it there. Stick that off there. Here's that Continuum dock again. So on this side is where you're going to plug your phone into. So it's going to be a micro USB. I think you're going to plug your phone into there, if I'm not mistaken. I will find out, but I'm pretty sure you might plug your phone into there. So if you're going to be into there, that might be the power. I will find out. I think the power is going to be this one here, and then you plug your USB, your Type C to Type C into there, if I'm not mistaken. Which I don't think I got that cable in the box, did I? No, the only cable I could see in there was a USB 3. So I might do a USB 3 to this, to Type C. I'm not too sure just yet. I'll work it out as I go along. Again, I've not really looked into it fully, but that's what I've got it for. So bear with me on this one. This is just the unboxing and just a quick look and first impressions of the hardware itself. On the back of it, it looks like it's got 3 USB-C, one USB-C, 3 USB 3, and that looks like it's a display port, and then you've got your HDMI as well. I must say that's a weighty little device. It's bloody weighty as that. So it looks nice though, I got to admit, I do like the colour of it. I wish this metal would have made it to the phone. I think this being made out of that would have been blooming cool. It would have made the phone feel premium anyway. Again, let's take that one off. And let's come back to this keyboard, because to be honest with you, this is one of my favourite things about this package. It's actually pretty damn cool. Let's roll my sleeves up. Come on, Sam. Let's get down and dirty with this one. So, you've got the Microsoft logo there. Nothing much on the back, just telling you regards to the certifications, blah, blah, blah. And again, if you see when I open it up, see that little LED? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that seems to go off. I think it goes off. Yeah, it does. It goes off. So that turns on. So when you open it up, it then becomes the full keyboard to connect. And I believe it's via Bluetooth. And it does work, as you can see here, which I think is pretty damn cool. So if you get in one of these keyboards, you can use a Windows, Android, or you can use it with the iPhone or iPad. That's pretty cool. And I must say, that's one of the nicest keyboards I have seen. And I think it feels nice as well, which is pretty damn cool. So the phone has finally turned on, as we can see just about here. So let's zoom inside a little bit, see if we get a better look at this phone. So we'll have a look through some of the languages. So we've got, tell you what, we won't go through all of them because there's a bloody lot. But we're going to be using English United Kingdom. So let's go to next. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to set it up, and I'm going to come back to it after I've had a quick play with it. So, as Flossie Carter would say, talk amongst yourselves. Right, people, so I've been playing with it for a little bit now. I've not set up my home screen just yet, just for the fact that the phone's rebooted a few times on me when I've tried to use the camera. So I'm going to try and do a software update. So I'm not going to say it's rubbish yet. Maybe yet, who knows. But the camera itself, I've launched it a couple of times. It seems to be okay now. But when I launched the camera, tried to do the rich tone, it rebooted the phone twice. So a little confusing. I don't know if it's because the battery's depleted. So I am currently charging, as you can see right now. But I'm not going to hold it against it just yet. I'll give it a full charge. I'll play around with it and I'll see what it's like. But in terms of the overall feel straight away, I must say, I do think the phone feels nice. It feels bloody hot when it's charging and you're kind of using it. It's just getting a little warm on there. But that's not a Lumia problem. That's mainly a Snapdragon 808 and an 810 problem. So yeah, maybe not best choice of processors, but it's the only one I had at the time. In terms of everything else, I'm kind of happy with how fluid it is so far. So I've kind of gone round it, had a look at some of what you get built into the phone itself. So you get alarm clock, Amazon app, you get an Audible, you get a British Airways, calculator, camera. You can see some of these as I go through them. You get the Continuum app, obviously. Candy Crush Saga, no, said nobody. And then you've got Excel, Facebook, File Explorer, Films, Gadgets, Game Loft Hub. So you can see they've tried to put some stuff in there that's kind of, you know, a little tantalising, like, you know, for Gameloft, some of their games. You get Quiz Up, I believe, as well. What's our earlier? So you get your standard acquire of like your Outlook calendar, Mail, OneNote, OneDrive, your people, your phone, podcasts. You then get your Quiz Up, as I said. You get your settings, Shazam, Skype video. That's a little confusing. I'll have to look into that because I thought Skype was Skype video. But again, I'll look into that one because, again, it's a brand new operating system to me. I've used it on my Lumia 930, but it's a little bit buggy on there. So yeah, I've not really played with it much. Get the Guardian, Transfer My Data, Voice Recorder, Wallet, Weather, Windows Feedback Word, and Xbox. So the first impressions, it actually feels like a really nice operating system in terms of it's very fluid so far, which I've kind of come to expect with Windows Phone in the past. Obviously, this is a new iteration of that, is Windows 10. One thing that I kind of found strange in the setup is it didn't ask me to do the iris scanner for Windows Hello. I don't know if that's something it should have done, but it didn't do that. So I am going to set that up. I'm actually going to probably shoot a video based upon that and then make experiences with Windows Hello, because it's it's kind of like a big feature of Windows, you know, of going forward. I like the premises behind it. Whether it works or not, that's going to be a different thing. I've never used it, so I'm going in hoping it's going to be absolutely fantastic. Please work perfectly every time. But I'm going to get off this one. And again, it's just been a quick unboxing, should I say, probably a very long unboxing. A very decent look at the Lumia 950, obviously with the dock, the keyboard, etc. I've got all of it. I'm going to play around with it. I'm going to take it to MWC. I'm going to take some pictures while I'm out there because I am told the camera is pretty nice. So we'll soon see what it's all about. But anyway, people, that's it. That's my unboxing look. And yeah, preview. And I say kind of a detailed kind of overview, I suppose. Maybe not. Of the Lumia 950. If you've got any questions about it or anything else, you know what to do by now. And if you don't, why not? Where have you been? You can hit me up in a comment down below. If you are new to your channel, it is very much appreciated if you hit the subscribe button, which is just about there. It's actually down there, but there's the logo, so you can go hit that logo. Although I don't think it's red. It might be red, who knows? And why would you want to do that? Because it's free. Yes, look, it is completely free. It doesn't cost you a penny, nickel, or a dime. Yeah, crazy stuff. And also, while you're there, tickle the like button. Go on, you know you want to tickle. Anyway, people, I appreciate watching, and you'll hopefully see me, hear from me, in my next video. Cheers, everyone.